So I have now had the Switch 2 for 6 days and this is what I think of it. Hello my treasure, welcome back to another video. And I thought in this video, let's talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 and my experience from the past couple of days. So I've had the Switch 2 now for 6 days. Well, a bit less than 6 days, 5.5 days if you want to call it that. And how many hours did I put into playing my Switch 2? Well, I kind of put a lot of hours. But before we get into that, I do want to set a bit of the scene, right? So I have on my Nintendo Switches in this whole house, I have parental control on there. And therefore, I know exactly how long, which device I played, and which game I played.
Yes, I don't have it for my kids. I have it for myself.
To kind of keep a bit track of how long is it taking me to play all these games and how much time am I spending playing games. And as you can see here on my phone, this is on my regular Switch. And as you can see, I also play on other devices, but this is the device I use the most. I am what you can say a very good gamer, right? In the weekends, I tend to put more hours in than during the day, during the weekday. But sometimes I can put quite some time in playing my games, especially because what I like about the Switch and what I also like about the Switch 2 is I can pick it up. I can play a game or a visual novel for 10, 20 minutes and then put it away, do my stuff again. And then, you know, like a couple of hours later, pick it back up again, play a couple of minutes and then put it down again. So that is why I love my Switch. I also love my PC. I love gaming at my PC, but I love the Switch. Let's be honest, I love handheld consoles a bit more, specifically for how my life works. I cannot sit behind the PC and play games anymore non-stop for so many hours. Because yeah, I get a lot of interruptions and I need to go somewhere and that doesn't work with the PC. Whereas with the Switch, it's very nice. I also take it with me to places where I need to wait. So then I put in a couple of minutes there instead of doom scrolling on my phone. I play a couple of hours on Switch. So yeah, like I said, well, I don't want to say I am the casual gamer, okay? I am quite the active gamer and I do play a lot of different genres. So trust me when I say I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about my Switch 2 experience for the past couple of days. So now we move over to, of course, my beautiful Switch 2, and let's just take you along, right? Let's show you the number. Actually, on Thursday, I did not spend a lot of time on my Switch. That mainly had to do with it took a long time to update my Switch. I don't know. I was getting connection errors all the times. I had to, of course, transfer my Switch to my Switch 2. All the data I transferred as well because I was like, you know, I don't have a lot of... I have some digital games, but I don't have a lot. And I was like, okay, you know what? Just do your thing. Friday, most of the times it's very busy in my house. So also on Friday, I did not spend a lot of time on it. So as you can see here. But then the weekend came along. And that is when I really started to put some effort and time in it. And specifically last Monday. So I'm filming this on Tuesday. Because on Monday, there was a bank holiday here in the country that I live in. And I didn't have any plans to go anywhere. So I put quite a large chunk of time in playing games. I did not only play single player games, right? So I also played with my kid Mario Kart World. So yeah, these hours are not only my hours spent, but they are also hours spent with my kid. So on Sunday, actually Sunday should also have been, you know, like a higher number than you see here on my phone. But because on Sunday I went to the movie, I had less hours to play games. So yeah, so I think I have quite a large chunk of gaming time in that. And I've only played 2 games. So I've played Mario Kart World and I have played Rune Factory, Guardians of Asuma. Of course, that one also, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. And my experience with the Switch 2 is awesome. Okay, I have not played yet other games which had, you know, like horrible loading times, or which had, you know, like frame rates dropping and all those kind of things. I've only played those 2 games, and those 2 games already give me so much joy. I love how Rune Factory works. It's very smooth, almost no loading times. It's a very engaging game. I am very much enjoying myself. Actually, after filming these videos that I'm now filming, I'm gonna go straight back to playing Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, because oh my gosh, I love it so much. In the evenings, after I'm done with working, I play with my kids Mario Kart. My kid is also into Just Dance, so on the regular Wii downstairs we play Just Dance. Yeah, my experience with the Nintendo Switch 2 is awesome. I do find that it is big, right? So I'm used to, if I'm looking here at my Switch Lite and my 2DS XL, right? This is kind of big. I also have a Steam Deck. I used to play, well, I still do, right? Games which I have on my PC, I play them a lot on my Steam Deck. The thing is with a Steam Deck, that Steam Deck, it's so much more heavier and clunkier than this one. And again, don't get me wrong, okay? I love my Steam Deck. Okay, I can't live without my Steam Deck. I love it. I've modded it also. I've done a lot of things with it. I love my Steam Deck. It's amazing. But I'm more happy with my Switch 2. Just for the fact that it's lighter. Yes, I know the hardware specs are better on my Steam Deck than they are on the Nintendo Switch 2. But again, it's heavy. And no, I'm not a weakling or whatever. But when it comes to handheld consoles, for me, there is, you know, like a limit how much weight I want to carry and still have it be considered a handheld. I mean, my PS2 Lite is less heavier than my Steam Deck. I think it's the same size, the same weight. Well, I think maybe this is heavier than even my PS2 Lite. So yeah, it is big. And this is also one of the reasons why I love it. But I'm also kind of waiting already on a Switch 2. And why am I waiting for a Switch 2 Lite? I want to take my Switch outside. This is too big to fit in my bag, okay? There's a lot of stuff in my bag. This is just too big and in the end too expensive to take with me. Yes, I know this thing is more expensive than this thing. This thing is much more smaller than this thing. So yeah, that is the one downside about my Switch 2, or about the Switch 2, is I would like to have a Switch 2 which comes in this size. Yes, I don't need a bigger screen, okay? I know the bigger screen is awesome, but this is what I take with me everywhere. And I would be fine if this would be heavier, right? That would be fine. But I like my on-the-go console to be kind of small. So I would really like to have the specs of this thing, except for the screen, on this size. Because this size I take with me, right? This is just a bit of a bigger smartphone, right? Look at it. This is just, you know, this is perfect. This is the perfect size for a handheld. This tends to become a console and not a handheld. I know it's a handheld, but that's the whole reason why I'm also not taking my Steam Deck with me anywhere. It feels more like a console than it feels like a handheld. This is a handheld. This is... So yeah, does the Switch 2 function in the way that I expect it to function? Yes, it does. Like I said, I love it. I enjoy it. I can't wait to get back to game. It does tend to get hot, the Switch 2. Like really hot. So ventilating and everything, that's a thing that you need to take care of, because this hardware is burning up. So yeah, if you are in a longer playing session, you know, be careful. So I had that when I was, you know, like playing for longer than 2 hours. And I know, right, for an adult playing longer than 2 hours, that doesn't happen that much. But yeah, I was in a longer than 2 hour session playing this. And yeah, it was getting kind of hot. Not gonna lie about it. And other than that, you know, again, if I play it right, I mostly play Room Factory Guardians of Azuma. Of course, I play it, you know, like in handheld mode, sometimes on the TV. But Mario Kart, I only play that one on the TV. We use these cute little things. They are amazing. I love them. This works amazing. This was money well spent. I know these were 20 euros, but this was money well spent. It feels nice. It holds nice, and yeah, I love these. I love these little things. And then coming back to also, of course, Mario Kart World. I like Mario Kart. I don't want to say I love it because I've never loved Mario Kart as much as I did back in the time on the SNES, right? So on the SNES, I did play a lot of Mario Kart. But after that period, kind of, you know, like I have Mario Kart. I play it with, you know, like with family. But yeah, it is what it is, right? I really wished they would have released a Zelda game on the Switch 2, you know, as a release game, because that what got me hooked on the Switch. Releasing Zelda Breath of the Wild, getting that on day one, playing that game, that was amazing, right? And even though I still am very hyped for the Switch 2, I wasn't as hyped as I was back when the Switch 1 released with Zelda, because I like single player games, okay? I like games that I play offline without anybody bothering me, and that they opted to choose for a, you know, like multiplayer game to be the release game. That's, you know, it's fun. I like Mario Kart. I like playing it with my kid. My kid is totally Mario Kart fan, okay? And I do want to say that we really did enjoy. We played one time online. We did the knockout on time. And let me tell you, I had the experience that, you know, like when you're in a zombie apocalypse, right? And you're running away from the zombies. And you know, like every time somebody gets grabbed by the zombies and you're running together with your friend, you know, to safety. And then every time you're like, oh, I'm not going to make it. That's how knockout feels. It feels like I'm running away from zombies, and we were saying every time, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. And then we just, you know, like swooshed past it just in time. We got a blue shield, or we got the, you know, like the golden mushroom or whatever. And then we could just barely make it. But it really felt that we were running for our lives, trying to survive a zombie apocalypse. I mean, I haven't recorded anything because, again, my kid is a minor, so I don't want to record them. But it was so funny how we were just completely, you know, like our heart was racing the whole time, literally racing the whole time, because it really, yeah, felt like we were almost going to die if we didn't make it to the next round. So yes, was it fun? Yes. Are we going to play it again? No, because you can hear it even in my voice, right? We were screaming and shouting so much, and we were so hyperventilating during that we were like, okay, you know what? This is not the type of game we should be playing. We didn't finish, you know, like I said, we didn't finish last. We finished somewhere in the middle, right? Which was fine, considering that we suck at it. Well, she's getting better and better, right? She has only played it now for a couple of hours, and like I've been playing Mario Kart since forever, right? So I'm kind of okay. I'm not the best, but I'm kind of okay. But she's already beat. So yeah, that goes very fast. They grow up so fast. So yeah, Mario Kart, very, very much enjoyed it. But for me, the real kicker is Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. I know it's a third-party game. I know it is released on other platforms as well. But I love it. I love it so much. This is, for me, will be my memory of the Switch 2 release, right? It will not be Mario Kart. It will be Rune Factory, because I'm having so much fun with Rune Factory. And I'm getting so much sidetracked with, you know, trying to get to romance every... I know! I'm so horrible at this. I can't choose, right? You need to... I know, you need to focus. But I can't. Okay, I cannot focus because everybody has good personality and has, you know, like has things going for them. And I'm like, I love you all. So yeah, it's gonna be quite difficult who I'm gonna in the end romance. Because I'm gonna get all the hearts with everybody, right? Just so you know. I'm gonna get full hearts with everybody. And then I'm just gonna flip a coin and just decide who I'm gonna end up with. So yeah, my experience with the Switch 2, it's amazing. I love it. Yeah. Again, the only thing I would like to have, everybody is talking about, I want OLED, I want OLED. I have bad eyesight, so I don't see the difference, right, between LCD and OLED. I'm like, I'm already fine that, you know, like I can see stuff. So I don't need an OLED version of this. I need a smaller, compactor version of this, okay? One which I can just put in my bag and take with me on the go. Because I know people are taking this on the go, but this is not a type of device I would take on the go. Because it's too big, okay? It's just too big to be a device on the go. I need a Switch 2 Lite. And no, I don't need OLED or any type of thing. I just need this hardware, this better working hardware on a smaller device. And not with, you know, like Joy-Cons, which are not removable. Just, you know, one body. That's what I need. So yeah, that was it for my impression on the Nintendo Switch 2 in the first couple of days that I got it. What are your impressions of the Nintendo Switch 2? Did you also get it? Also, people, stop hating, okay? Just stop it, okay? If you have a sad life, just don't bother other people with it, okay? Just so you know. I just wanted to put that out there, okay? Just so you know. If you don't like something, you can click away, right? It's just like, bye-bye, click away. You don't have to comment. Don't comment, okay? Again, my life motto is, if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything at all. Because it's useless, okay? It doesn't add any value. So if you have something nice to say, or if you have information to share, useful information to share, yes, please share, right? I love hearing perspective, and you can critique something, but you can be positive about it. There is a way how you can positively critique something. Like I said, right? This is big. I still love it. I would prefer it smaller. But I still love it. See, I was just critiquing that device, yet I still kept it very nice because I still love it. I would have wished that it was a bit smaller, or that they would soon along the line make a light version of it. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because some of my shorts and some of my videos has ended up in the algorithm. I really don't know how that happened. Because I tend to, I know the Switch 2 is hot and happening, but there are so many people talking about it. I thought I would be lost in the, you know, like lost in the cloud. But apparently some people found the channel, so I immediately, of course, blocked them and be like, shoot. But I thought, you know, I'll just mention it again. Again, if you have nothing nice to say, just don't say anything at all, right? I mean, you're already useless anyway, so shoot. we don't need you here, okay? But yeah, that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I and my Switch 2 say miss you, love you, bye bye.